Liverpool defeat Ajax by a Curtis Jones goal to nil to not only secure our passage through to the last 16 of the Champions League, we will qualify as group winners, which is exactly what you hope for. Jurgen Klopp can send whoever he wants over to Denmark now to take on Midtjylland. Atalanta drew 1-1 with Midtjylland in the other game, which means Liverpool cannot be caught at the top of the group. It's a straight shootout between Ajax and Atalanta for that last place. We're through, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? Welcome to the post-match show. I'm your host Craig, and you're all very welcome along. The Reds have done it. They've got the result. It wasn't pretty at times. It was backs to the wall at other parts. It was mischance after mischance. It was misplaced pass after misplaced pass. But you know what? We got there in the end. And as I always say, I couldn't give a shit about how we get there. It's just about getting there and getting the job done. The Iguich Kelleher was lethal, said Jerome. Yes, again, for Queevy and Kelleher, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it was a great performance from young Kelleher. Hello to everybody. How are you? Am I a bit bitty there, folks? Just want to check if it's coming through. It looks a bit grainy at my end there, but I hope it's alright. Look, I'm going to be asking you guys for your opinions on the game, your man of the match vote, and everything in between as well. So proud of my fellow Corkman and goal, said Pat Moynihan. I told you, how long have I been screaming for Queevy and Kelleher to get a chance, folks? How long have I been talking about young opportunity or goalkeepers coming through, not being getting a chance? He got a chance tonight and he didn't let his gaffer down. He was absolutely phenomenal. Credit to him, credit to Nico Williams, and absolute credit as well to Curtis Jones. That goal didn't happen if Curtis Jones didn't gamble, didn't follow it in, use his instincts. It was phenomenal. Well done to him. Right, Craig, news on Alisson. This isn't about... Don't worry about Alisson tonight. It's 2 weeks, by the way, by the looks of it. But don't worry about Alisson tonight. All the credit needs to go to Queevy and Kelleher. He is my man of the match. Queevy and Kelleher or Curtis Jones, to me, I think it's a shootout. But to me, I'm giving it to my fellow Irishman, Queevy and Kelleher. I thought he put in a tremendous performance. 2 very big saves. Very calm in possession. Distributed with his left foot, with his right foot. Didn't look flappable. I was so proud of him. I was so proud of him tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely ecstatic about the game. So happy for the young lad, said TTV Klopp. Kelleher's confidence has shot up, said Lace. And the really intriguing part here will be what we'll do in the last game. It's a 5-6 kickoff for the last group game. Will we send the kids over? I hope so. I think so. We should do. I'm Irish and I couldn't be prouder, said Michael Houston. I've said it for a while. King Curtis, said Fran. Mate, he was brilliant again tonight. And I've always said, Curtis Jones makes himself involved in the game. Doesn't hide away from looking for the ball. Always available. Always an option. It was a great performance from a lot of players tonight. Do you know what? As well as we're giving credit to the youngsters, and we should, we can't not mention Joe Matip and Fabinho. They were exceptional at the heart of that Liverpool defence tonight. Everything that was asked of them, they did magnificently. The timing of the tackle was perfect. The body positioning was fantastic. 1 or 2 little things that didn't go right for us, but in the whole, I thought we defended very well. And again, even with Gini Wijnaldum's weary legs, he still carried on trying right to the end. It was a game of frustration in the final third of the pitch for the Reds, ladies and gentlemen. Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane are usually clinical, but tonight, for whatever reason, and it happens, they missed a whole heap of opportunities. A few heavy touches, a few misplaced passes, but it doesn't really matter once it's over and we get the result. And Neil Kavanagh said, that's how us Irish do it. We're not here to take part, Neilo. We're here to take over, son. Go on! Jones, man of the match for Mechatronics Geek. Neko was good too, said Fran. We were put under pressure, but we did everything right, said Lace. Kelleher, he's a bad man, said, who was that? Black or Brown. Wijnaldum good as always, said Nathan. Yeah, look, even though Gini, you could see he was tired, and why wouldn't he be? He's played a lot of football. He still has it up here though, Gini. He knew what to do in the moments. He knew what to do to kill off the game at times. Again, young Reece Williams getting a little intro at the end. He was important actually in one last defensive action that we needed to take. Look, I'm kind of just going around in circles here, folks. I want to know what you thought about the game. If you did enjoy our stream, by the way, don't forget hit that subscribe button and drop a like on the video as well. The strength of the squad is showing through. There are no passengers on this bus. I agree with that from 499 Puck. Craig, where are all the Nico Williams haters? And Nico Williams haters, said Scotty. Hopefully, mate, back under the rocks where they belong. Again, it's going to be peaks and troughs for youngsters when they're coming through like that. There's going to be ups and downs. Nico Williams deservedly gets the plaudits tonight for his performance. And look, I'm sure that there'll be an hour or two in the future game, and then he'll have another great game, and eventually he'll get that consistency that comes with just being part of the squad regularly. So I'm so happy tonight for everybody involved. What do I think about Schürrle? Should have been sent off, first and foremost, is what I think about Per Schürrle. But he looked good, didn't he? He looked like somebody that you can understand why Liverpool are keeping track of that youngster, and why I've been talking about it for the last couple of weeks on the channel as well. Nico played very well, defended really well tonight, to Seamus Moore. A scintillating second half performance, said the chosen one. Base facing space, said let's hope Robbo's alright. Yeah, he did recover, but yeah, again, warrior mentality from Robbo again. What have we got? Nico was brilliant, and Andrew Griffin and Tyler. Mane and Jota as bad as Salah. Look, and you can't... Mane, Jota, Salah, it wasn't their night tonight, was it? It was very unlike them. They're so good, the three of them, but for whatever reason tonight, whether it be, I don't know, tiredness or... I don't know. In the big moments at times, it didn't click. They didn't switch on. Salah, I don't know why he doesn't shoot with his right foot at times when he has the chance. Bobby was very unlucky. Good save from Onana to tip it onto the post. Curtis Jones, of course, in the first half as well, rattled the post with an unbelievable strike. But he didn't give up. He never gives up. He keeps going. And I said all game that I thought there was a mistake in that defence of that goalkeeper. Onana, as good as he is at shot stopping and stuff, he looked like he was shakeable. And that cross that came in from Nico Williams, deep to the back post, Onana was letting it go out, thought it was going out for a goal kick, but Curtis Jones followed it in, caught the flight of the ball, didn't take his eyes off it, outside of his right foot, and cushioned it into the goal. And if it wasn't for him taking that chance, if it wasn't for Curtis Jones not giving up and following the ball in, probably would have got a draw tonight. So massive credit to Curtis Jones for what he did there. A very happy ending to the day. Best win in ages in my opinion. It's a TTV Klopp. Craigo was putting timed out. I didn't time you out, mate. I keep saying this. Why do people ever pop at me? Talk to the moderators. I don't know why you were timed out, pal. It wasn't me that did it, so I don't know. But you're back now, so what? I don't know, man. I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm on a high now. I'm absolutely full of adrenaline. Sorry, I'm trying to gather and compose myself here. Robbo stamped on his laces. That's what I don't know. Yeah, who got man of the match? I don't know who got given it by BT because I didn't see, but to me, I'm giving it to Queevy and Kelleher. Good shout for Curtis Jones. Good shouts for Nico Williams. Let me know your man of the match in the chat, folks, as well. If you're watching this back later on, let me know your thoughts in the game. Who was your man of the match today? Through to the last 16, indeed we are, and not only that, we're guaranteed to top the group now as well, which means we'll face a team that finished second in their group with, I think, the second game at Anfield, but I could be wrong at that one. I subbed to the Surf Shack, decent deals, thanks. Okay, I don't know what that's to do with me, but again, okay. They looked shattered, but the young lads did it for us. They did. Look, you can understand people looking tired. These players, particularly the likes of Genie and Hendo, they're having to play a lot of football. But they're warriors. They've got that mentality. They don't give up. And again, it wasn't vintage us tonight, but it was enough to get over the line. And at this stage of the season, that's all that matters. We'll be in the half of the round of 16 as group winners, and that's what we wanted when this draw was made. Adrian is on the phone to his agent now, looking to find a new club, said Tom. Look, I'm not going to go in on Adrian. Adrian is a Liverpool player, and, you know, credit and all that stuff, but that's a performance tonight that you could see what it meant to Kelleher and to Klopp after the game. Jurgen Klopp ran straight onto the pitch, straight to Queevy and Kelleher, gave him a massive hug, and that will boost that young man's confidence no end. I'm so happy for Queevy, and I'm so happy for Nico, I'm so happy for Curtis Jones, but I'm so happy for all of us. David Orr said, not your best commentary. I thought my commentary was pretty good, mate, and if you didn't like it, I apologise for that. Well, I'm not apologising, I'm sorry you didn't like it, but my commentary was flawless, mate, as always. And the fact that I got on people's backs, I don't know. I call it as I see it. I'm not going to blow smoke up the players' arses, as I've always said. If Hendo, or if not Hendo, if Salah and Mane are having a shocker and they're missing opportunities, I'm going to call them on that opportunity and call them out on it. Why not? That's what I'm here to do. I'm a fan. I'm not here to say how great they are all the time. We should have won that game tonight by 3 or 4 goals with the opportunities we created, but we wasted them. Again, that's a very strange thing to say as well. Not your greatest commentary tonight. Alright, fair enough. I am an amateur at this stuff, by the way. Don't forget. I try my best, that's all I can say. And I'm sorry if it wasn't up to your standards, but, you know, I'll be back again for the next game. Mentality monsters throughout the squad, said Sean. At Liverpool should be ashamed of this performance. Alright, mate, relax there. Salah cost more than the whole Ajax team. We won the game, mate. Salah didn't have a great game. Mane didn't have a great game with regards to their finishing. But to say we should be ashamed of the performance is a bit much now, let's be fair. Carl said awesome commentary tonight. There you go, Carl. Good man. 42k on the watch along as well, so thank you to everyone that joined us for that. What did I make of Schurz? Again, he's not the finished article. He's got. You can see why we're tracking him though. I think there's a lot to come from Per Schurz. I'm very intrigued. I'm gonna watch with bated breath to see if we do follow up that interest. It was more difficult to follow. Well, I can't help that, David. Sorry, mate. I get emotional and I go off on little tangents. It's what I've done since day one. But I understand where you're coming from. Paddy Stewart said, Craig, we needed this win. We absolutely did, mate. Who would I like in the next round? I don't know. I haven't looked at the possibilities yet. I suppose as easy as raw as possible, if I'm being honest with you. You're the best Liverpool fan channel, said Troy. Thank you, mate. Means a lot. Commentary was spot on, said Christian King. Thank you, buddy. Look, again, give me your thoughts on man of the match, folks. I've gone for Kelleher. A lot of people in the chat gone for Kelleher as well. But if you've got a different opinion or somebody else you'd like to highlight, please do let me know. Thank you, Dara. I really appreciate your kind words. Up the red, said Davidson King. Screw the haters, don't listen to them. No, to be fair to the gentleman that pulled me up on it, he wasn't being horrible. He was giving an opinion. And look, people might not like a particular night's commentary or a particular show, and I've got to be big enough to take that on the chin. And you know, that's okay. I take feedback. And he did it in the right way, so please don't go in on the gentleman. He's entitled to his opinion. Love your commentary and passion, Craig. Thank you, Oliver. I'm absolutely wrecked. I'm not going to lie to you, folks. I am exhausted right now. Any news about Alisson? From, again, no confirmed reports yet that I can get on this, but it looks like he's going to miss the game against Wolves, and maybe 2 weeks from what's going around. But again, I'll try and get more information on that as and when I can. Again, loads of love for Kelleher in the chat. Can't ignore what people have to say. What's this? Let me just get this comment. Sorry, there was a gentleman's comment there who wants to get back. Craig, ignore what people have to say. Sorry, you motivate the fans. I thought you said can't ignore what people have to say, and I was going to say that's fair enough as well. Our academy showing its potential tonight. Kelleher, Jones and Nico were fab, said Benjamin. Kelleher man of the match for Scotty. Curtis man of the match for Ifty. Curtis man of the match for Pranav as well. Kelleher for JC Cruz. Genie for Mr. P. Ronan said Curtis Jones is such a baller. He really is. I mean, I just love his belief in himself. I just love that he's always showing for the ball. No matter if it's not going his way, or he just doesn't give up. He backs himself and he shows for the ball. He's always an option for Fabinho and Matip when they're trying to play out. He's great. He's brilliant. I love Jonesy. Craig, a Spurs on Boxing Day? No, we're not playing on Boxing Day this year. We're playing on the 27th. What a game from Kelleher, said Lasani. Dave James said, we were wasteful today. Final touch was not there. Yeah, and it's, you know, we don't often criticise the front three, mate, because they're fantastic. But tonight just wasn't their night for whatever reason. And they will have better nights and they'll come again. But it was nervy at the end of that. I mean, your mind flashes back to the Brighton game and you're thinking, we haven't killed it off. Ajax are more than capable of creating opportunities because they're a very good side. And you're just thinking, please not again, please not again. But Kelleher came up stumps with a massive save from Klaas-Jan Huntelaar at a very vital time again. And we defended fantastically. As I said, the entire back four tonight, entire back five, if you include Queeveen, fantastic, each and every one of them. The timing of the tackles from Matip and Fabinho was exceptional. We weren't bullied aerially. It was a great defensive performance, and it could have been a bit easier if we had taken some opportunities, but it doesn't matter once you get the points. Kelleher's our number 2, said Chimnoy. Craig, we got Spurs on the 16th of December. Thank you for checking on that one, Paddy. I didn't know exactly when we had them, but I did know that we didn't have a game on Boxing Day. We're playing the 27th. Kaylin said, we need to start calling out people who abuse our youngsters. Nico needs as much praise right now as the hate that he got in the previous game. Well said, Kaylin, and I absolutely agree. And Kloppo came out during the week and said as well that, like, you have to remember that these players aren't the finished article, and that, you know, they're going through a developmental stage at the age he's at. I thought that was an incredibly composed performance from him. Huntelaar was a throwback. He really was, Keegan, wasn't he? You're saying to yourself, hang on, Klaas-Jan Huntelaar is still there. Bobby was bright when he came on, said Auto Dynamics. He was, mate, and he was very unlucky as well not to get himself a goal. Lovely little interplay with Mohamed Salah on the edge of the box. Mo flicked a beautiful ball around the corner to Bobby. Composed himself, tried to side foot it low past Onana, but in credit to the Ajax keeper, got down, got a hand on it, and it went and clipped off the post. So, yeah, Bobby nearly got us that one, the second one. Bobby was a great sub, at base, face and space. I think Jota's always better on the wing and not in the centre. Bobby made a difference when he came on, said Seamus Moore. Brian said he thought the Klaas-Jan Huntelaar was retired. No, he's a bit like Jimmy Milner, mate. He's just, ageless, can continue on playing forever. Our front three were greedy today in a bad way. It's weird because I understand where you're coming from, and there are times where I kind of agree with you, but then there are other times where I was screaming at them to take a shot. So in the first half, as an example, a couple of times Diogo Jota got the ball in the box and opened up his body, and he would have had a chance to score, but it was almost like we were trying to get the perfect goal. And then in the second half, Salah had 2 or 3 opportunities. One that he should have shot on his right foot, but he cut inside, and when he cut inside, he allowed the Ajax defenders to get back. There was one, the one that frustrated me the most was a brilliant break. Mohamed Salah came in at the right hand side, Mane was coming in from the left hand side, and they crossed over and made a complete hames of it. I don't understand what they were trying to do there, but thankfully we weren't made to pay for it. And look, it's not very often that we're going to be critiquing the front three, but if we're going to give praise, we also have to be big enough to call out the bad performances. But I don't want tonight to be about negativity in any way. I want it to be about Queevy and Kelleher, Curtis Jones, Nico Williams, and the youngsters coming of age in a very big game. So that's where the headline should be. That's where the credit should be going. Huntelaar's 39, wow. Still looks in great nick for a 39-year-old. Same age as me, and look at the state of me. What else have we got? Hendo always playing great. Troy, Hendo will run his nuts off for you, mate. And look, ladies and gentlemen, here's the heads up. We've got 2 Anfield Agenda channels right now. We've got the Anfield Agenda channel that you're watching on, and we've got Anfield Agenda Clips channel, which is a brand new channel we've only launched in the last week or 2. There's a link at the top of the chat to that if you want to go over. And Connor's going to be putting up little clips, smaller segments, maybe 2-3 minutes long. And again, the goals will be up on this channel. But if you want to help us out, please do sub to our second channel there as well for shorter content. As a fellow man from Mahon, County Cork, I couldn't be prouder of Queevy and Kelleher, said Thomas McGee. That's absolute quality, mate. And yeah, brilliant. He's 37, not 39. I'm just reading out what somebody wrote into the chat, mate. I don't know what age he is, but fair enough, he's 37 then. But it wasn't me that meant he was 30. It doesn't matter. He's old and he's still playing. That's the most important thing. Would you be happy with Nico Williams and Kelleher starting with Wolves? Yes. I mean, we will be seeing Queevy and Kelleher starting at Wolves. If Alisson can't play, there's no reason to think that Queevy won't get the chance to start. And yeah, maybe Trent might be back though, so there's still time for Trent and Shaqiri to get back for that game, so I wouldn't rule Trent out just yet. I'm gonna subscribe right now. You deserve it. Keep it up. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate that. You're still a very handsome man. I'll take that as well, Brooke. Thank you. Would you mind telling me wife that? Youth on fire, said Joanne. Couldn't agree more, Joanne. Jan Perisic said, would he be happy with Nico? I've already gone through that one. We really need to buy a pair of shirts, said Free Entertainer. Again, I'm glad that you guys kept an eye on pair of shirts tonight, and I'm sure that you can see why Liverpool have been keeping an eye and keeping track of this guy for years now. I read a very interesting article actually on The Athletic about Liverpool's scouting department. If you have a chance, if you've subscribed to The Athletic, go and check it out. It's a brilliant article from, I think it's written by Simon Hughes and James Pearce together. It's a fantastic article about our scouting system. Mustafa said Trent might be back. Indeed he might, mate. Hopefully. Could Kelleher have a bright future now at Liverpool and be the heir to the throne to Alisson? Again, regular viewers of the channel will know I've been calling for that for a very long time. I've been saying believe in Queevy and Kelleher, give him an opportunity, and now hopefully he will get that chance to progress. You can see that he's been working hard on the training ground with Alisson and with John Achterberg and with Adrian as well, of course, particularly on his distribution. If you notice tonight, if you pay real close attention to that, left foot or right foot, Queevy and Kelleher was as comfortable giving out the ball with both feet. I was very impressed with that. Shaqiri is injured, yes mate, but the belief is, Kevin, that himself and Trent could be available for Wolves at the weekend. They're the ones closest to being back to fitness. Ajax recovery was pretty remarkable, said Troy. Brian said that's the only thing wrong with Kelleher being from Cork. Now, Brian, play nice. Nico Williams was superb. Diane said, Craig, love your channel and the young lads need respect. You're very decent. I don't know what that means. But thank you, Diane. I'm glad you enjoy the channel. Kelleher to start versus Wolves, said Naresh. Kelleher's my man of the match and Joshua plays as well. Joanne said she's been saying that too. Absolutely. This is still the best watch-along, said David Orr. Thank you, mate. And again, earlier on, mate, as I said, you're fully entitled to your opinion, and I will take your feedback on board, mate, and try and keep account of that going forward. We outboxed Ajax today, said Dara. There you go. All behind the jab, mate. Real Joe Joyce, kind of just keep them with the jab, pounding them down eventually. How many will Jota score against his old team? Oh, yeah. Don't know. And look, of course, we know that Raul Jimenez won't be playing for Wolves because he had the fractured skull in that challenge with David Luiz. And again, I just want to reiterate that we wish Raul Jimenez a speedy recovery and sending nothing but good vibes and love towards him. He's a class player. I enjoy watching him. The game will be massive confidence booster for Nico, said Sine. 30 mil for sure, that is the figure, Yilber. Yes, 30 million euro is what would get him out of Ajax straight away. That's not his release clause or anything, but that's what Dutch journalists have been saying that Mark Overmars and Ajax would take for him. So yeah, 30 million euro. Curtis Jones is a future for the Reds, said Jack's Train. Again, absolute baller, mate. I don't disagree with you at all. What do you think of Schur's? Good. I mean, I still think he should have been sent off. Like, that's just my view on that, but other than that, I thought he looked quite accomplished for someone that's just turned 21 years of age. Jan said, Craig, you make my days better because this is the only place where I can normally talk about Liverpool stuff. So happy to have you with us, mate. Thank you. I'm glad that you can come in and enjoy the Reds on here. Right, Kelleher has to start at Wolves, said Troy. I think that he will, mate. If Alisson isn't available, Kelleher will start. Surely he has to after that performance. Ronan O'Donnell said Kelleher was absolutely fantastic. You don't know how happy this makes me seeing Kelleher get plaudits, because imagine the frustration for young Queeveen trying to break through, knowing that he's got two senior keepers ahead of him, but today he got given his opportunity by the gaffer, and my God did he seize it with both hands. You reckon we beat Spurs and go on to win the league? I still think we'll win the league, mate. I've been saying it for a long time, even with the decimated injuries that we have, even with the very tricky fixtures, even with the world being where it is and COVID nonsense, I still think we're the most consistent team in this league, and I really do believe we'll go back to back, but it won't be easy. What else have we got? Trent Alexander-Arnold will be back according to Talk Liverpool. I think he will as well. I said to you guys the other night that the closest ones that coming back are Shaqiri and Trent. After that, you're probably talking about James Milner maybe, or Naby Keita. Keita was supposed to be in very close for this game actually, so I'd be surprised if we don't see Keita in the squad for the game against Wolves. Firmino's looked hungry and sharp the last week or two, said Podrick. Great to see him finding his form again. Best Bobby, love it, mate. Well in, give Bobby all the praise, he deserves it. I love Bobby. Brian said, how did Luiz stay on the pitch until half time after that ridiculous decision? I agree, Brian. I fully back the calls for concussion substitutions. It seems like a common sense thing to do. We're talking about people's health here, and there's been enough attention brought to brain injuries in football that I think it should be common sense now that we see concussion protocols include substitutions, temporary substitutions if needs be, to make sure the players can be properly assessed and given a few minutes just to make sure that they're alright. Players' welfare has to be the number one priority. Neko had a great match. He might, but don't call me Shirley, said Brian. Again, loving the airplane references there, Brian. Well played. We have the ability to find a way in every game, regardless of the situation. I agree with that as well. I mean, I'm loving the positivity in the chat tonight, folks. Keep it coming. Ladies and gentlemen, again, please do hit that subscribe button if you're new to the stream. Great to have you with us. Thank you to everyone that joined us on the watch-along. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing a watch-along on our other channel, Mundo Sporto. It's our non-Liverpool channel. There's a link in the description. Please go over and subscribe to that one as well. We're going to be covering United's game against Paris Saint-Germain tomorrow from about 7:40, I'd say, over on Mundo Sporto. So I hope you can join me for that one as well. What else have we got coming up this week? On Thursday, there'll be a late night agenda as always, and I'm also filming an interview earlier on Thursday with Ian Brewster, who's Rian's father, and we're going to be having a look about a little chat around what it's like to be a parent of somebody bringing through such a young talent like that, and what sacrifices he had to make and Rian had to make, and I'm really looking forward to having a chat with Ian. So again, keep an eye out for that one. We're going to have a Wolves preview, 2 Wolves previews coming up actually. One with Dave, who's a Wolves fan, and one of course with myself doing my predicted 11 and score prediction, and Leon from Boyle Sports to be joining us for a chat as well. It's all love today, baby. It's all positive, nothing but happiness from me. I'm going to go because I'm absolutely exhausted. I'm not lying to you folks. I'm shattered. Again, thank you for watching. Please drop a like on the video and give us a subscribe as well if you haven't done so. I hope that you all enjoy your evenings. I hope that I see you tomorrow on Mundo Sporto for the watch along. But most importantly, you can go to bed tonight knowing that the Reds have topped the group and the Reds are safely into the round of 16 with a game to go. So look folks, I'll see you wonderful people tomorrow. Take care, be well, lots of love to each